Evening, everybody, or daytime, or wherever you are in the world watching this, because you might not be watching it live. You may not be watching the rerun. Welcome to episode 2 of the Rewind Show. What is the Rewind Show? The MX National Rewind Show? Well, basically, we just thought we'd have a little show where we can do some good old bench racing, go back, talk about what happened at the last round, and then preview the upcoming round, which is Ling this weekend, by the way, round 3. So make sure you're there. And the other idea we came up with this show is, thought, you know what, the pros, you know, they obviously get most of the limelight and all the media, but we do the live free to view live stream as well. But we thought, no, let's do a show where we get some clubmen on, amateur, youth riders. So we're going to do that. Okay, so these two sum up not only with their riding, but where they are to do this show. Right. So I got them to come on. Two interesting little stories of this. So we're going to first get on. I'm going to bring in Mitch Best. Mitch. There's Mitch
Jeff.
In his van. Have you just knocked off work? What's the deal?
Yes, I've just finished work. Just got home about 20 minutes ago. Went and seen the kids, big hello and whatnot. And then, back to my quiet place, which is the van. So the kids aren't going to come screaming in. Yeah.
So you've escaped to your man cave, effectively, is a man cave on wheels, right?
That's correct, yes.
That's brilliant. We'll come back to you in a minute because I definitely want to talk to you since I found out the fact that I found out at Landrake. Let's bring in our second guest tonight, Mr. Dan Brough. There's Dan, who was he was in his van, and then was struggling for a bit of 4G, whatever. So then I think he's just ran into some stranger's house and using their Wi-Fi. Am I right?
No, I've been a good husband tonight and took my wife to the spa. So just just sitting in the reception at the minute.
Things you got to do to go racing on a weekend, Dan. You know what I mean? It's not just keeping the wife sweet, is it? It's being a chance to get out and ride. So listen, you two, look, I'll start with you, Mitch. First and foremost, I had no idea until Callum told me when he came in and did the first Winners Circle interview with you on the live stream at Landrake, that not only that you were from Australia, but you've actually sort of saw the stream and you've made an effort to come over here and race. Is that right? Is that true?
That is correct. So many years ago, I've met an English girl, which is my partner now. So there's always been a plan to move to the UK. Obviously racing motocross in Australia. When we came for visits over Christmas and July time, I used to ride over here. Found a few of the fast pros and followed them on social media. Soon they raced the MX Nationals. So I knew my plan was to come over here in a few years. So I started following the MX Nationals, saw the whole live stream in 2020, and I thought, look, I want to be a part of this in 2021. I didn't realize I need registration, so I just hassled for a wild card. Got my wild card last year at Gus's Gorse, and got a registration for this year, so I'm more than happy to be a part of it now.
That's awesome, that is. By the way, for you guys out there watching live right now, if you want to throw some comments up to these guys, or just general comments about the MX Nationals, round 1, round 2, where it's at, all you've got to do is go below on the comments, or whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, just punch in the comments, and we see it this end, and I'll bring the best ones up on screen, and we can maybe throw some questions to these guys. Wait, Dan, you got a kind of different story. Everybody has got a different story. You were kind of racing and then disappeared for a while.
Yeah.
And now you've obviously sweet talked the wife enough to come back. Is that
I'm allowed to ride again now, yeah. I mean, we obviously raced for a long time up until 2015. I broke my back at the AMCA Championship. I got 8 screws, 2 rods in my spine now. That kind of put a halt to that. And I'll be honest, at first I didn't really miss it. I thought, right, that's enough. And then 2 years down the line, 3 years, it's like, right, okay, I'm bored now. And it wasn't just like, don't get me wrong, we love riding, but it was everything. It was going away with the family in the motorhome. It was, it was the whole thing, and we just missed it. So luckily my lad started riding. It gave me a ticket to get a bike again, and then we've just gone from there. So
it's bloody hard to stop, innit? See, with the best intent. I mean, Dan, you've got a legitimate reason to stop, but I didn't even know. I knew the injury was bad. I didn't realize it was that bad. It certainly doesn't show in your riding, but it gets you get. It's hard to walk away from it. It's been like 10, 15 years since I raced, and the last 3 or 4 years has been this tappity tap, and it wouldn't go away. And so I'm back riding now, which is madness. but not the MX Nationals. I just like to point out you won't see me doing them because
was that your fuel injected bike that's just gone on?
Yeah, well, not mine. Obviously, I'm getting a chance to race it, which is unreal. So I raced it the weekend.
Pretty cool, that.
Oh, it's a weapon. You know, actually, I haven't said that. Maybe I should. Maybe I should see if I can do a round or at least one race on that.
Straight rhythm.
Oh my God. If I do the straight rhythm, it'll be a wheels only on the ground race, which me and Callum was on about doing. Me and Callum was on about having a straight rhythm race, but neither of us are allowed to take off. See who can win like that. But just play it safe. So, Mitch, tell me about where you're at so far with the series. Quick overview of how it went for you at Fat Cat, and then quickly moving into the Landrake.
Yeah, so Fat Cat wasn't the best round for me. New track as well. I haven't rode any of the tracks we're going to this year. I qualified 8th, and then first race I was running second. Second lap had a big accident, and I hurt my shoulder. And I was like, okay, finish the race. It blew up as a balloon, so I soldiered on the rest of the weekend. Thought I cracked my collarbone. So I drove to the hospital Sunday night, and I ended up separating my shoulder on the Saturday in the first race. So I soldiered on the rest of the weekend, got points. So I only started riding 2 weeks before Landrake, thinking, okay, the shoulder's not 100%, but started riding anyway. And then Landrake ended up being the perfect weekend. Best qualification I've ever had. 4 wins from 4 starts. I had a friend from work come with me, and we just kept it fun. We done some sightseeing. Just raced the track, not really racing anybody. We just raced the track, and we had a great time and perfect result.
So was Landrake more in keeping of the kind of tracks that you've maybe ridden at home?
Definitely. So we have some sand tracks in Australia that I used to ride, but nothing gets as rough as Fat Cat ever did. Wow, that was incredible. Never ridden anything that. There was. I'd always like to search for a smooth line, and there was no shortcuts. There was no smooth lines anywhere. No. So we had to just go through it all, and especially with my shoulder, I was really struggling to grip on, but just soldiered through, got the points, and just wanted to stay in the championship. And now I'm in a good spot now for this third round to try and go for the lead. Yeah,
you are indeed. Which is amazing. Dan might be having some kind of internet troubles there, or maybe it's me.
Yeah, the sound keeps cutting off for some reason. It's all right.
That's all right. You know, you're out and about. You two are working class men, so I'm grabbing you in your downtime straight after work. Dan, very quickly then, let's talk about how it's gone for you so far. Fat Cat, obviously, first ride back in a long while, as in championship trim. How did it go? Quick overview of that, and obviously, I know it went all right at Landrake because I spoke to you in the winner's circle. So, run us through.
Yeah, Fat Cat's there's not many people who do like to race that place. I don't mind practicing there, but racing that place is a different story. It was just survival for me. I'd only been on the bike a couple of weeks. I'm fair weather rider now, so I don't really start riding until it gets nice. I agree with that. This year, it wasn't 2 foot deep in slop as well. So I think I've just scraped a podium. I lost a lot of points on the championship, but it was just one of them. It's never going to be a good place for me. That.
Yeah. So, but obviously you're making a bit of an effort this year as well, more of an effort with your new business as well. So give us a quick overview of that, because you are actually going to contribute in giving away a prize tonight. So just quick run through what your business is all about and what you're doing.
We started Ruts.co.uk last year. It's just an online shop. So we do everything from, kit, tires, and we also do race fuel as well now, which we take to the meetings. It's just another venture we're doing. Just fancy something different. We all love this industry, and I can't do what I'm doing now for the rest of my life. I can't be on the tools for the rest of my life. So just started this up now to actually try and move into that and transition into that, and slowly. Obviously it doesn't have to happen overnight. And then just to work out my working career in an industry that we all love. So that's the idea behind it.
Good on you. And going back to you, Mitch, definitely good on you for coming over. We love that story. I'm going to absolutely big that up and mention it on the live stream from Ling. The fact that our live stream has got to the other side of planet Earth, somebody's watched it and thought, I want to come and do that, is
be a part of it. Yeah,
is absolutely cool. So I'm definitely going to big up that. So look, let's talk a bit about what went on at Landrake, and I'm going to get straight into it with some of the awards. So let's do this. Mitch, you might disappear off the screen a little minute while I bring up that logo. There you go. Let's get into the Keck's fastest lap winners. Right. Here we go then. So this is who did what in the Keck's fast. Now make sure I've got the fastest one. So we'll start with this. This is who did the fastest times over obviously all 4 races for all you lot. The pros only get 2, the elite riders. So this was most of these quickest times I think were set on the Saturday because obviously at Ling, at Landrake, the conditions on day 2 were completely different. Now, bearing in mind, obviously, the small wheels didn't go all the way up the hill. Well, they only cut a few seconds off, though. So in the small wheel 85, Archie J. Gurnham set a time of 2:14.64. Billy Askew there, you can see a time of 2:07. Now, I want you to remember these. And everybody watching, I want you to remember these because there's going to be a question on these to win the gloves that Dan is very kindly going to give to whoever comes in with the question, the answer first. Okay, so Billy Askew, you can see there, 2:07. In the youth 1:25. I mean, look at Billy Askew. I know he didn't go all the way to the hill, to the top of the hill. What do you reckon that is cutting across the top of the hill? What, 4 seconds? Not a lot, is it?
It's not
Maybe
much.
5,
No.
Yeah. So he's nearly on par with Charlie Heyman. Tyler West got a little bit slower. Moving into the Clubman and amateur classes. Here we go. That was the times there. Look, I didn't know this until after you two had agreed to come on the show. Right, look, you're both in there with the fastest lap. So Ben Wainwright at 2:18. Yeah, there you go, Mitch. You set the quickest time over the weekend, so you get 2:19.317. Dan, you rattled out at 2:14.86. I'm not sure what races that was in. I only get given this information by our timing and scoring.
I'd say it was the second race because the first race I was riding around panicking about my legs. So.
What do you reckon, Mitch, was your best race off the top of your head? I mean, I might go back and look it up.
I'm going to say the first race.
Right. Yeah. But anyway, so you two, we didn't have the right awards. We had the old last year's one. We've now found the right awards, which was in a van somewhere else. So this weekend at Ling, we're going to give you your Keck's awards and you'll get a little voucher. Basically, we'll give you some discount on some Keck's clothing. So well done, you two. Going into the experts, here we go. So you can do a comparison. So Josh Coleman in the expert MX2 with a 2:12.899, Waterman with 2:10. And then look at the difference here. Now, I'm definitely going to go back and double check. I'm sure the timing and scoring haven't got this wrong. But when you look at that, bearing the pros only raced on the Sunday, it just goes to show how much slower the track
just the conditions, weren't they? Yeah, just slowed it right down. Yeah.
So there you go. So that's who done what there in the Keck's fastest lap. Let's move on very quickly to let's do the Planet Moto. So this is the first lap leader. This is not who. There's the logo, just to right there under Dan's nose. Yeah, you can see it. So this is the first lap leader award. This is the current standings. So this is all the scores from Landrake topped up on top of Fat Cat. So this is where we're at with that. This is the Planet Moto first lap leaders going across the bottom. Current point standing. Billy Askew has been across the stripe on the first lap 5 times ahead of everybody else. Ben Wainwright is tying with him. Harry Bradley's back on 3, as is Charlie Heyman and then Tyler Westcott. So if you're not aware what that is, Planet Moto first lap leader award, basically it's not a whole shot award. It's the first rider that comes across the finish line on the first lap, half a lap, whatever it is, and they pick up 1 point towards winning a Spanish motocross holiday. Whoever's got the most points at the end of the year gets a trip down to Spain, a free holiday.
That's some going to get 5 already.
5 already, yeah. Wainwright, Ben had a blinder at Landrake. He was only on 2 coming out of, well, I say only on 2. 2's still good. But he picked up 3 first lap leader awards at Landrake. So he was on it. So that's that. And this is this new one that we've done as well. I really like this, courtesy of the guys at Dirty. This is the Dirty Hard Charger Award. There you go. That's the logo. Very quickly, let's see if you guys feature in any of these. So what this is the rider in 3 categories. Youth. Then we've got adult, which covers clubman, amateur, and expert. And then the pro riders. That's the 3 categories. And basically, we go through all the lap charts and see who made up the most positions over the weekend. So it's the Dirty Hard Charge Award. The winner at the end of the year will get, well, basically they get points onto this new app that Ryan's bringing out, which allows you to have discounted rides when you go riding and racing. It's really cool. So the app's going to be launched soon. So very quickly, let's go through that. This is where we're at with that. Let me find it. Here we go. So have I got them all in order? Probably not. Oh, where are they? I might have accidentally deleted one. Bear with me, folks. Here we go. Right. So in the 85 category, so in the youth category, Billy Askew in race 3 crashed on the first corner. On the first lap, he came around in 28th and he worked his way up to 4th and gained 24 positions. So he gets a point. We got a tie in the adult class. So basically, Drew Lane in the Clubman MX2 race 1. He was 31st on the first lap, 41st on the first lap, and got up to 22nd and gained 19 places. And then Lewis King London also did the same in race 3 of the amateur. And Jake Millwood took it in the elite class. Race 1, he was down on the first lap, came from 30th to 10th and gained 20.
So I'm going all of them.
Yeah.
All of that. But I love the stats of it. So I quite enjoy going through the lap charts and working it all out. So for those of you who didn't know that's happening, keep an eye on that over the weekend, because obviously if you go down on the first corner, it's a reason to charge, because if you end up scoring points, you might end up getting discount to go practicing and racing through the Dirty Hard Charger app. So that's all pretty cool. Let's see. I've got some comments here. Let's just see what they are. People saying hello. Evening LB Motorsports and everybody. Right. So, okay. Listen, guys, where do you see it? I'm going to put you on the spot. We're only 2 rounds in. We're coming up to Ling. I'm not going to ask you how you're going to get on, because clearly you want to go out there and win, the pair of you. But I do love predictions. So, right, who's going to win MX2, the elite MX2 class? Let's start with that at Ling. Who are you going for? Name me a top 3. You can go first, Mitch. I'll put you on the spot.
Jamie Carpenter.
Jamie Carpenter for the win. Who you got going for second?
Grimshaw. Tom Grimshaw.
Right.
And what's the guy who rides for Honda? Is it Jay Haig?
Jay Haig. Can't be Jay, because I don't think Jay's going to be there because he's out with injuries.
Got an injury.
Choose someone else.
Oh, I'm trying to think of another lights rider.
Quick ball on my laps.
Yeah, go on my laps. Go on then, Dan. You know, Mitch went first, so you can go now, Dan. You've had a little bit more thinking time.
I'm probably Carpenter again, but Lewis Hall second. And
do you want me to give you a list of runners and riders?
No, I think Grimshaw as well, because I think he did really good at Canada Heights last week as well. So I'd probably go with that in third.
He did. I was going to give you a list of riders to help you out. I'll give you. Okay, so with that in mind, here's the current championship standings. Leah Elite MX1, Gilbert's in the lead with 95 points. Kulas second, 91. Then it's Stuart Edmonds and Martin Barr tied on 57. Tommy Searle fifth on 50. Then John Adamson, Glenn McCulloch. 8th is Petter Petrov, Jake Millwood, and then Sean Simpson. So MX1, you can go first, Dan. Out of that lot, who's gonna take it? Bear in mind, I'll tell you right now, Josh Gilbert is not here at the weekend. He is off doing the AMA.
Even if he was, based on Tommy's form at the minute, I'd say Tommy for the win. Kulas probably second, and third.
Tough, isn't it? I'd go for. Do you know what? I'd actually. No, I'm not going to say. Mitch, you go.
Yeah, I'd say Tommy definitely. Then Harry for second, and Stewie Edmonds actually third. I saw the way he rode at Landrake, and that was unreal. He just had big heart. Yeah.
Good shout. I'm going to go
out with Stewie today, and he was riding well.
Right. Here's my one then. I'm going to go with Searle, because I don't know. I think Kulas will be closer this time. Kulas second, Millwood third. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, that's true. He rides well. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ling, let's move into that then, fellas. What's your take on it?
I've not rode there for 12 years, so I can barely remember it, to be honest, for watching GoPro footage and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to it. I like tracks like that with, a sandy but a harder base, and we don't get to ride that track very often either. I'm surprised we were going when it was announced. So just looking forward to it, to be honest.
Mitch, is it a track that you're aware of? Have you seen any footage of it? You ever been?
Yes, I've just been GoPro in it, and I guess with a couple of vlogs that go on from the riders from the other British series. So yeah, never been there, so it's gonna be my first time. But yes, I had been doing my study the best I can, and hopefully just send it in qualifying and get a good time. That's all I can hope for.
Oh, that'd be good to watch then. I'm going to watch you in qualifying. Definitely.
There's some good hills to send it off as well.
There is. Yeah. Listen, guys, have you had, just out of interest, have you, the live stream, obviously, we've tried to step it up this year and we're doing it as a free to view. Like obviously year one, we didn't through COVID. But since then we have. As riders, have you seen, has it helped you? Has it gained like recognition, or it made it easier for you to show something to your sponsors? Is it helping out? Because that's the real idea of what we're trying to do.
Yeah, definitely. I actually used the stats page you put out last year with the amount of total views, etc. Sent that out as a part of the email I send out to people who help us out, and it gained a few more eyes. Definitely, it's a good tool for us, really, especially when it's hard to find sponsors.
Yeah,
it's a good tool.
That's reassuring. Yeah. And then Mitch, I mean, obviously you've got family back home. I mean, you're here because you saw the stream. So for you, it must be really good because your family can.
That's it. So yeah, all my family and friends, they all follow the MX Nationals now. They stay up late on a Sunday. They watch me race. Message me. So it's great for me to show my friends and family what I'm doing. And as well, like Dan mentioned, for sponsors, like we are at the level as like pro riders are. So if we can get any kind of support, this is a way we can give back to companies as well through a live stream.
So cool. I love that. I'm glad we're doing. Obviously, we're trying to improve it all the time and doing shows like this. Ben Chester, there's a rider we forgot, local rider Callum Mitchell, and he lives up the road. Yeah. He might be in a shout for MX2. Good one. And obviously the guys at LBC Sports saying it's made a difference to them. So thanks for the continued support. Right. I'm going to sign off of you two because you've got stuff to do. Mitch, it looks like you're ready to eat. I don't know why I'm thinking that.
Go have some dinner. Go put the kids to bed.
Sorry to be like stereotypical, but like maybe like spark the Barbie and all that kind of stuff.
Throw a shrimp on the Barbie, yeah.
Yeah, all that. Listen, before you go then, right, I'm going to throw this question out. So if you've been paying attention, anybody that's watching, Dan, what are they getting? This is so just explain. This is obviously a prize that you're putting up from your company, Ruts Racing. Very kindly, we only just thought of this afternoon, very quickly.
Yeah, we did it.
What's the winner going to get?
So we had some gloves made, Ruts branded gloves by Stux. Really, really nice gloves, and yeah, we're just using them to push the brand out there as well as a shop. So we're giving away a set of them.
Right. Now I'm going to find out if you two were actually paying attention as well. Right. This is the question. And how we're doing this is very simple. For those of you that are watching live right now, the first name that pops up or the right answer with the right answer in the comments box. So in other words, you just write the answer in on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching. And the first person I see with the right name wins the gloves. Okay, this is the question. Get ready on those keypads, people. If you were watching the show earlier, I've already given you this information. Here's the question. Here we go. Quiz question is, who won the Keck's fastest lap award in the RFX Expert MX1 class at Landrake? Go. We've got comments coming in. Okay. Somebody's put me. So I think that's Neil Irwin, I think, is watching, one of our directors, and he's put me. No, that's not the answer. Lewis Wigger is on the case straight away. It was Wigger. He supports our series so much. It's his home event this weekend, I think. And so there you go. Lewis Wigger. Dan, how are we going to do the gloves? Are you going to bring them to...
Yeah, we take quite a few with us anyway. So yeah, I'll bring them to Landrake and we'll meet up.
There you go, Lewis. Lewis, you're wasting your talents with motocross. You should clearly be on a quiz show, a memory type quiz show, because you were lightning fast out of the gate there. So there you go. Wigger wins the gloves. Fellas, it's been great having you on. I'm going to see you obviously on Friday or Saturday. Have Have a safe trip up, down, wherever you are. By the way, where are you staying, Mitch? Where are you based in the UK?
Based in Barnet.
Okay. Yep. So you'll be
So I'm close to London in a way. Other
yeah,
terms.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll be travelling up. Dan, remind me where you are.
We're about 20 minutes from Hawkstone Park, a little village called Eckershaw.
Yeah. So Ling for a lot of us is a long way to go. Not for Wigger.
5 hours for us.
Not for Wigger, who's now showing off. He's not only won gloves. He's like, yeah. So there we go, fellas. I'll let you go about your day, the rest of your day. Thanks for coming on. We'll see you obviously at the weekend. I think the weather's going to be good. I think it's going to be another great weekend at the Mitch and MX Nationals powered by Milwaukee. So, as obviously being part of the team, I will first and foremost thank you for your support in doing the series. Without you guys, without the Clubman, I say it all the time on the live stream and the amateur class, we wouldn't have a series to run anyway. So thanks for supporting it.
And we enjoy it. We all do.
Cool. We'll see you there on Friday. Dan, I'm gonna sign you off. See you later. See you
later.
Friday.
Thanks a lot.
No worries.
See
you, man.
Mitch, nice. Likewise, great having you on. Go in there and deal with the kids now. Get some.
No worries. No, thanks for having me on, mate. It was a pleasure. So yeah, see you on the weekend.
And thanks for getting us a load of new fans in Australia. Appreciate that.
It's growing. It's starting to grow now.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, we'll see you at the weekend. There you go.
No worries. See you, mate.
Goes Mitch. Okay, so we're kind of done with that. I'm going to quickly run through basically the current results. I'm not going to do the points. You can find all these on mxnationals.co.uk and on Speed Hive. As I said, the current championship standings after round 2 in the Elite MX1 class, it's Gilbert, Kulas, Edmonds, Martin Barr, Tommy Searle. 6th is John Adamson. Then it's Glenn McCormick, Petr Petrov, Jake Millwood, and Sean Simpson. In the Apico Elite MX2 class currently, it's Tom Grimshaw in the lead with a 6-point lead over Carlton Husband, who's going to be out injured this weekend, I think, with a broken ankle. Then it's Jamie Carpenter in 3rd. Callum Mitchell will be strong this weekend. Lewis Hall currently sits in 5th ahead of Jay Haig, Jamie Law. Rossi Beard is in 8th. Florent Mio for 9th. Adam Collins for 10th. In the RFX Expert MX1 class, it's Sean Southgate leading the way ahead of Jaden Ashwell, Charlie Putnam, Jordan McCourt, and Richard Bird for 5th. Then it's Josh Waterman, Luke Meadows, James Dodd, and Jamie Dixon and Glenn Phillips. In the RFX Expert MX2 class, Louis Kessel leads the way ahead of Josh Coleman. And then it's Bailey Johnson for 3rd. Sam Atkinson currently lies in 4th ahead of Jack Lindsay. 6th is Jimmy Marsden. Then it's Aaron Ongley and Ollie Beamish, Ben Clark and Kieran York for 10th. In the Motoverde Amateur MX1 class, Harry Bradley leads the way ahead of Billy Wynn, then Joshua McCorkle. Then it's Lewis Taylor. Aaron Gardner is in 5th ahead of David Rushton. Then 7th, Callum Gordon. Then it's Ross Millard, John Kirk, and Dan Holiday. In the Motoverde Amateur MX2 class, actually feels like I'm doing one of those chart shows where I'm running down the top 40. Anyway, Luca Pegg leads the way in the Motoverde Amateur MX2 class ahead of Dan Brough, who's just been on. Lewis King London, who got that Hard Charger award, sits in 3rd ahead of Logan Wilcox and Harry Foster. Then it's Alex Buchanan, Arnes Pebbers, and then Archie Hicks and Lewis Glynn and Sam Ongley. All you guys, thank you so much. Amateurs, Clubman, who said, making a massive difference to the championship. In the Worx Sports Insurance Clubman MX1 class, Connor Baldry leads the way, but our guest, Mitch Best, is only, 9 points back. Then it's Billy Saunders, Grant Martin, Adam Reed, James Thompson, Michael Graham, Ivan Kerr. 9th is Keaton Stewart and Ash Senior. In the Moto Connection Club and MX2 class, Ben Wainwright has got a very nice lead. He's on 161 points ahead of Richie Roberts on 125. Then it's Matt Pocock ahead of Max Fletcher. Tom Haddock is in 5th. George Boyce, who took a race win down at Landrake, in 6th ahead of Toby Lightbound. Then it's Ryan Gardner. Ryan, sending prayers out to you. Charlie West coming in 9th ahead of Mitchell Collins. And then in the 7 Youth 250 class, it's Tyler Westcott on 197 points ahead of Jack Taylor on 163. Then it's Bayless Utting in 3rd. Hudson Roper currently sits in 4th ahead of Finley Evans. Harvey Cashmore is in 6th ahead of Arai Elcock for 7th. Seth Manners is in 8th. Then it's Mackenzie Marshall and Leon Williams. In the Youth 125, the only rider currently to have a maximum score after 2 rounds, Charlie Heyman has won every race ahead of Ollie Colmer and then Tyler Hooley. Ben Musto's in 4th ahead of Leon Ongley. Joe Brooks sits in 6th. Then it's Charlie Griffiths, then Cade Rains in 8th. Cole McCulloch wasn't at round 2, but he still sits in 9th ahead of Rafe broadly. And then finally, the big wheel 85 and small wheel 85 Sintel lubricants classes. We've got Billy Askew leading the way ahead of Josh Vale, Jake Walker. Charlie Richmond is in 4th ahead of Ollie Bubb. Then it's Ryan Waggett ahead of Chester Hyde. Freddie Gardner is in 8th, 9th Gus Musto, and 10th is Isaac Ash. And finally, the small wheel class, Archie J. Gurdon is in the lead ahead of Alfie Getters Green. 3rd is Blake Ward Clark. What's with all these double barrel names? Loads of them in the small wheel class. Hayden Statt is in 4th ahead of Joel Winstanley Dawson. Then it's Lucas Moncrief. Finley Pickering is in 7th. 8th, Danny Flood. 9th, Mason Jones. 10th, Ryan Cliff. There you go. That is the current running order in all the classes in the Mitch and MX Nationals, powered by Milwaukee. What else have I got here to shout about? We know the overalls. You all know the results. I'm not going to go through that. What happened at Landrake? I shall just leave with saying thanks for tuning in. We're going to try and obviously develop these shows, bring in some more video clips, get some more guests on, and basically do a rewind show at the start of every week leading into the next round. So basically, we will be doing one the week before. I'm looking at my wall planner here, the week before we head to Cusses on the 20th. So that's the next rewind show. Thanks for your ongoing support with everything we're doing at the MX Nationals. We are doing our utmost to try and make the scene in the UK a better environment for you guys and give you more mainstream coverage and more back. So thanks. I'm just going to very quickly touch on a question here. John Rooney. John, if you're still watching, do you think they should split the big wheel and small wheel class? It's been spoke about many times. It's something that still might happen. I'm not saying yes or no either way, and it's certainly not my decision. It's obviously fitting it all into the schedule on how we do it. You've seen already a lot of races. We've got to try and keep the track in good nick. If we get any incidents or hold-ups, we want to try and make sure everybody gets 4 motos. Maybe something we'll look at next year, put it to vote. I don't know. I'm not the person to answer a definite yes or no. But one thing I will say with the MX Nationals crew is we'll always take time to listen and take everybody's opinions on board. So maybe is the answer to that. I see your point, but also the other side of it, running an event and making sure that we let everybody gets a class to ride in that suits their standard of riding and maintain the tracks. It's a difficult balancing act. But thanks for your question, John. That's it. I won't go on any more than that because you're all going to have to put up with me at the weekend on the mic. So we'll leave it there. Everybody coming out to Ling this weekend, have a safe trip up. If you haven't got tickets, you can get them on the website or you can just pay on the gate. And everybody have a good remainder of the week. We'll see you rolling in on Friday and see you over the weekend at Ling. That's it, folks. See you soon. Until then, keep on rocking. We'll see you at the weekend. Thanks a lot. Hold on, I've got a new comment. Who's this? Here we go. There we go. That's the guys at LBC. That's a valid point. So there you go. We can talk about this some more over the weekend, eh? That's something to talk about in the pits because we do like a bit of bench racing. Spark up the barbecues. Remember to keep them off the grass. Have a couple of beers and we can talk about this over the weekend. Right. That's me done. Talking of beers, I'm signing off with one. See you at the weekend, folks. Take care. I'm out of here.